So guys, before we get on into the video, I just want to apologise nice and early because I know I'm going to butcher pretty much every person in this squad's name. I do have a lot of things, especially names, but anyway guys, I just want to apologise early, but let's get into the squad. So firstly, we're going to have Enzo Zidane, or Enzo Fernandez as he is in FIFA, as he's known as. And for me, when I played with him, he cost 1,400 coins, and when I played with him, he wasn't the best because he doesn't have the best of pace as a winger. Didn't have the most presence, so I had to sort of stick to his strengths, which was his dribbling and his passing, and sort of play him as a left centre mid or close about there. So he didn't have the most of presence, but he is a decent player for at least being a silver. Next we have Rafinha, and it was basically the same with him. He doesn't have the pace for a winger, so I had to play him as sort of a right centre mid, which actually quite worked because in my actual FUT Champions squad, I have Faguli. Even though he has a lot of pace, I do sort of play him the same way because he has good passing and dribbling. So Rafinha, 22,000 coins for his inform. I would just get his normal card and play that as centre mid. I wanted the inform, but I recommend just his normal card. The next one, Mariano. Now, when I played with him, I actually played a game which you will see the highlights of the game after I do tell you all the players of the squad here. But Mariano didn't really do much for me. He had a few good passes which sort of helped set up a goal or whatever, but honestly he didn't score, didn't have much presence. I didn't feel like he was involved in the game. Yeah, nothing really too good about him. I'm just going to fast forward this here. Next we have ØDEGAARD. I don't know if that's how you say his name. But him, he sort of plays like Ericsson, a lot smaller, has absolutely no strength at all. I get the ball with him because of his only 69 pace. One of their guys would just come and catch right up to him, push him off the ball because he's kind of small, has no strength. So hopefully in the years to come he will develop as a player, get more pace, get more strength built up in him. He does have 4-star skills, which is the useful part about him. It did help me a few times. With some just some skill moves, to be honest, helped me a few times get by players as well. Now, of course, I know this isn't one of the players that are highlighted in the title of the squad here, but if we have untradeable Yaya, we're going to use untradeable Yaya. Now, if you don't have Yaya Toure, or you don't have enough coins to even get his regular card, there is a much cheaper alternative which does play a lot like him, which is Henderson. The chemistry only goes down from 1 because he isn't on a CDM, but you can always convert that. Much cheaper, basically plays the same as him. So you could always put him in. Now in the back, before I get to the final bronze card, which I do want to talk about, we have Pace on the right hand side, Vidal. He's just going to sort of link up with the two Barcelona players near the middle here. The ultimate defence of the Premier League. Nothing much you can really say about those two. Best centre backs that I always use for FUT Champions. Best goalkeeper, Butland of course, and the hard link with Smalling here is Shaw. It's because he can't link to the two Real Madrid players. So that is the back four. Back four is all about helping me as a player because the attacking isn't the best. So for the most of the game, the highlights you'll see, I was taking a lot of shots. I think by the first half he had 8 shots to my 1, and it was 1-1. Don't mean to spoil anything, but anyway, the final player we hear, I don't know quite how you say his name, but ALENA, or yeah, ALENA, 1,400 coins, and I'd say it was worth it. Now, he had a lot of presence everywhere on the pitch. He's seen high attacking, medium defensive. It seemed like it was high. He played a lot like, take Kante for an example. He is a much cheaper Kante, but if this makes sense, a much worse Kante. He doesn't have quite the same pace. Even 57 does not feel like it. It feels like it's about 70-80 pace, so his pace isn't an issue. His passing isn't an issue, neither is his dribbling. It's more of sort of his agility. He's too slow on the ball to turn with and stuff, but overall he is quite a decent player, and I'm not kidding when I say this, but if you want a team that needs a good sort of Spanish centre mid from the La Liga, I honestly would get this guy if you can't really afford like an Iniesta or someone, because this guy is pretty good. So I would get him. Favorite player in the squad. I think he scored pretty early on. I won't say the exact time, but you'll see it in the highlights. But speaking of the highlights, I'll let you guys watch that, and this is it from me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys do subscribe for squad builders, packs sometimes maybe, squad builders like this, SBCs, and my trading series, which will be coming out soon. I know I keep saying that, but yeah guys, subscribe, like the video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Someone new, baby, but you know I